Most people think their life would improve if they just had a better morning routine. Wake up earlier, drink water, meditate, go to the gym, start the day strong. But what if the real problem starts hours before that? What if the reason your mornings feel rushed, stressful, and unproductive has nothing to do with your mornings at all? Because the truth is simple. Your morning is already decided the night before, and most people sabotage tomorrow without even realizing it. They stay up scrolling, their mind stays busy. Their brain never actually shuts down. Then they wake up feeling tired, unfocused, and behind before the day even starts. But there's a simple nightly system that quietly fixes this. No complicated routines, no waking up at 5 a.m., no extreme productivity hacks. Just a few small habits done every night that slowly change how your entire day unfolds. And once you understand how this works, it becomes almost impossible to go back to the old way. Because the most powerful routines don't start in the morning, they start the night before. The first thing most people don't realize is that nights secretly control your mornings. When you go to sleep, your brain doesn't just shut off. It actually starts one of the most important processes of the entire day. It organizes information, it processes emotions, it resets your focus, and it prepares your mind for tomorrow. But this only happens properly if your brain is allowed to slow down. When people end their day in chaos, scrolling social media, jumping between apps, answering messages, worrying about tomorrow, the brain stays overstimulated. Your body might be lying in bed, but your mind is still running. And that's why so many people wake up feeling tired, even after getting a full night of sleep. Their brain never actually powered down. Instead of resetting, it stayed in reaction mode. That's why the first shift in a powerful night routine isn't something complicated. It's simply creating a small moment where the day begins to slow down. Because when the mind slows down before sleep, the quality of your rest improves dramatically. And when sleep improves, everything the next day becomes easier. Focus becomes easier. Energy becomes easier. Discipline becomes easier. But there's one habit that quietly ruins this process for almost everyone. The biggest mistake most people make before bed is the phone. It seems harmless. Just a few minutes of scrolling, maybe watching a couple videos, checking messages. But the brain reacts to this much differently than people realize. Every notification, every new video, every piece of content triggers a small dopamine response. Dopamine is the brain's motivation chemical. It's designed to keep you alert and interested, which is great during the day, but terrible right before sleep. When you scroll late at night, your brain stays stimulated instead of relaxing. At the same time, the blue light from your phone signals your body to stay awake by suppressing melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep. So even if you feel tired, your brain is still active. That's why people often lie in bed for 20 or 30 minutes, unable to fall asleep. The brain is still in consumption mode, and the longer this habit continues, the worse the cycle becomes. Sleep gets lighter, energy drops, focus gets weaker, and mornings feel harder. But the solution isn't extreme discipline. It's simply creating a small cutoff point. One moment during the night when the day officially ends. Maybe it's 30 minutes before bed. Maybe it's 45, but once the phone is put away, something interesting happens. Your brain finally gets space to slow down. And that's where the next habit becomes powerful. One of the most underrated habits you can build before bed only takes 5 minutes, but it removes a huge amount of stress from the next day. Planning tomorrow, most people go to sleep with unfinished thoughts spinning in their head. Things they need to do, things they forgot, things they might forget. The brain hates unfinished problems, so it keeps replaying them again and again. But when you write things down, something changes. Your brain no longer has to hold on to the information. The problem has been stored somewhere safe, and suddenly the mind relaxes. A simple list of 3 to 5 important tasks for tomorrow is enough. Not 20 tasks, not an overwhelming to-do list. Just a few priorities. This creates something powerful. Clarity. Instead of waking up wondering where to start, you already know. Your first step is waiting for you, And when the day begins with direction instead of confusion, productivity naturally increases. But there's another small habit that makes this routine even stronger. Many high performers end their night with something surprisingly simple: reading, not scrolling, not watching endless videos, just reading. The reason this works so well is because reading activates the brain differently than digital content. It slows your thinking instead of speeding it up. Your breathing becomes calmer. Your mind begins to shift out of stimulation mode and into relaxation. Even 10 minutes can make a difference. Reading also creates a powerful mental transition. It signals to your brain that the day is ending. This small shift helps your body move naturally towards sleep. And over time, something interesting happens. Instead of lying awake thinking about everything that went wrong during the day, your mind slowly becomes quieter, which means falling asleep becomes easier. And waking up the next day becomes lighter. Now, when you combine these habits together, a simple nightly system begins to form. Nothing complicated. Just a few intentional steps. First, set a phone cutoff time. Put the phone away and give your brain space to slow down. Second, take 5 minutes to plan tomorrow. Write down the most important things you want to accomplish. Clear your mind of unfinished thoughts. Third, spend a little time reading or doing something calm. Let your brain shift into rest mode. Then simply go to sleep at roughly the same time each night. That's it. No extreme routines. No complicated systems. Just small habits that tell your brain the day is complete. And the reason this works is because habits compound. One good night improves one morning. One improved morning creates a slightly better day. Better days slowly build stronger discipline. Stronger discipline builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum. But it all begins with something simple: how the day ends. Because the quiet moments before sleep are more powerful than most people realize. They shape your thoughts, they influence your energy, and they determine how tomorrow begins. So if you want better mornings, don't start by changing your mornings. Start by changing your nights. Because once your nights improve, your days quietly start improving too.